So, gentlemen, today my topic is Atmanirbhar Bharat. I'm going to start from this topic from the starting point. What is Atmanirbhar Bharat? How the Atmanirbhar launched, Atmanirbhar Bharat launched, and what is the current status? Means I have divided this topic into subparts. So understand Atmanirbhar Bharat. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is a means government scheme launched by the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on July 2020. So that was a time of the pandemic period when this Atmanirbhar Bharat launched. So our question is why is Atmanirbhar Bharat launched and why the COVID-19 the time chose to launch this movement. So Atmanirbhar Bharat was launched at a time when we saw that there were no demand and no supply in the Indian market. We saw that there was people don't have the money. People don't have the money. People still dependent on the foreign products, like we depended on the imports of the foreign entities. So we noticed that thing means what we are lacking. So Atmanirbhar Bharat launched behalf of the that thing means we have to overcome our trade barriers. We have to overcome our trade. We have to boost our domestic industries to fill this gap. Means at in the time we see in the COVID-19 time we saw that there were major issues like the supply was stopped, means supply and demand was stopped, trade was stopped because of the no liquidity in the market. So that's what the crucial time. So we have to start Atmanirbhar Bharat to start focusing on our products, indigenously made product. So that was the moment. That is the time, particular time. That was the particular time choosing that organization Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we have to understand what is Atmanirbhar Bharat, and I'm going to tell you into deep. Okay, Atmanirbhar Bharat means we have to overcome our trade, like our supply chain from the different products. Like we imports many products, so we have to overcome this, and from to overcome this we have taken the initiative and we have to develop our small industries to focus on small like MSMEs and also the small industries to means product on the domestic. We have to focus on our domestic trade rather than the imports. Like we have given very big amount to these organization, to this Atmanirbhar Bharat fund. So means we have divided this portion equally in the other parts, so that means suppliers has the money to supply these things into the Indian market, and Indian consumers are going to consume this and fulfill their needs, and also the means volatility, and also the supply of the supply of the money is going on in the market. So these are the things that Atmanirbhar Bharat. And so now we understand what is Atmanirbhar current status. So Atmanirbhar, what are the Atmanirbhar lacking? So what have achieved the Atmanirbhar Bharat? So we know that what is achieved means we have launched this scheme, and we have allocated means much amount to these. So we saw that not too much, but we saw there is increasement, there is a means level of ease of doing business in India. Means people are no, I'm going to the front. I'm telling you the current status that people are still means in the today's generation the ease of doing business is very easy. Means people are doing business. Government provide subsidies, government provide funds to these people to raise their voice, to raise their product in the Indian market. That is very helpful for us. Okay, so this is the current status, and we have achieved not too much, but we have achieved something that is useful for our market. So we have seen this means what is the current status, and what no we are things what we are need to focus on these things, what why we have to need focus on these, why what is the things that lacking behind. So what we have to understand, Atmanirbhar Bharat is lacking. Why? Because of some reasons, and that reason is number one thing is our manufacturing sectors. We know that India GDP, that most of the sector like service sector contributes in the Indian GDP, and that is, and second number we can say that manufacturing sector also. But manufacturing sector there is also a agriculture sector. But if we saw that if we want to globally manufacturing hub, like if we want to supply chain hub, we have to shift our focus, agriculture focus, to the manufacturing goods, because the only developed countries they saw that they have the good control in the manufacturing sector. If we want to achieve it, we have to more focus on our manufacturing sector. And this is what we are going to do. We have more focus on our R&D. That's why we have to more focus on our skills development. We have to focus on the skill labor, that means particularly skills that is favored for this technology, for this technology is good for us, is useful for us, that we have to do trying, means we have to trying our best. These are the things. In there are government dispute, like central government, state government. That's why this Atmanirbhar Bharat is not fully achieved. Means we saw, means what we achieved, what are the current things lacking. I saw this point, and also I would like to add another point, that is means private sector also trying to foot on this manufacturing sector. And we also saw that in the we means we focused on one time, means we focused on the many sectors, like these sectors in one time. That is also major issues for us, because if we saw that they say we adopt 5 or 6 sectors in one way, that this is never going to achieve, this is never going to achieve. That's why we have to focus particularly on one thing, like electronics, like the manufacturing, like this. These are the sector. This is also a means concern for us. Another concern is transport and the logistic thing. That means we have to develop our factories nearest the raw material, that nearest the those material that which are helpful for the transport, and it is easily for the public. So these are the things. Now I talked about what are the current status, what is lacking, what is the things lacking that India have to fully achieve this Atmanirbhar Bharat. What are the concerns? So I saw the concerns. So I once again I will tell you, once I'm going to tell you what is the concern. Number one concern is we have to focus on our skill development. We have to focus on our we focus on our R&D. Okay, we have to focus, means we have to focus skill development, we have to focus our R&D. We have to provide tax leverage on this private institution, that they have come and they have to come in the manufacturing sectors and try to help the manufacturing sectors build these things. There is a dispute between the governments, that's why there is a dispute between the land, that's why we are very behind from the China. This is the thing. So means I talked about these things. Also transport and the logistic hub. Transport and means our transport and the logistics sector is very big. So these are the things in the Atmanirbhar Bharat. And what we are going to do, means I talked about the disadvantage and what are the advantage. Now we have to talk about advantage. Advantage means if we achieve this, we have the job creation as well, employment increase, it is good for our economy. Number second is volatile means the circulation of currency in the Indian economy, it is also useful for us, means people learn new skills that will favor the manufacturing sector good. If we earn more money, then we have to allocate more resources on our research and development. So these are the circle. If we achieve this, like if you do job creation, employment, people will come into the manufacturing sectors, our research and development allocation is also improved. So these are the things. So in the end I would like to conclude that Atmanirbhar Bharat means we are going to become Atmanirbhar Bharat, but our focus should be on the top things, like the research and development and skill development, and we have to provide leverage. So these are the things that we have to do to improve our manufacturing sector. So that's all. Thank you.